The moon cast long shadows across the park, the air thick with the scent of night-blooming jasmine. A lone figure, Mark, sat on a bench, his face edged with longing. Suddenly, a shimmer of gold dust swirled around him, tickling his skin. "What the hell?" Mark muttered, brushing at the air, but the glitter persisted, clinging to him like a second skin. Mark felt a strange warmth spreading through his chest. His muscles seemed to soften, the hard edges of his body rounding out. "This isn't happening," he whispered, his voice trembling. His jawline softened, his Adam's apple receding. His cheeks flushed a delicate pink, and his eyelashes lengthened, fluttering against his skin. "Oh God!" Mark gasped, his voice becoming higher, more melodic. His short, cropped hair cascaded down his back in waves of shimmering blonde. He reached up, his fingers tangling in the silken strands. "It can't be." A tingling sensation erupted in his lower back, his hips widening, his jeans straining against the sudden curve of his blossoming butt. "This feels intense," Mark moaned, his breath catching in his throat. His chest tightened, a burning ache as mounds of soft flesh pushed against his t-shirt. Oh my God!" Mark cried out, his hands flying to his chest, feeling the unmistakable swell of breasts. The fabric of his t-shirt ripped apart as his breasts continued to grow, now pert and full, straining against the remnants of the cloth. I can't believe this is happening," Mark said, his voice a breathless whisper. A delicate black lace bra materialized around his breasts, offering support to the rapidly growing orbs. "They're so sensitive," Mark whimpered, his fingers tracing the lace. Down below, a different kind of transformation was taking place. A strange pressure built in his groin, his manhood shrinking, retracting into his body. No, not that," Mark sobbed, his hands clutching at his jeans as they split at the seams. The bulge in his pants disappeared, replaced by a smooth, feminine mound. A wave of pleasure washed over him, a sensation both alien and intensely arousing. It's gone," Mark whispered, his voice filled with a mixture of horror and excitement. Standing unsteadily, Mark looked down at her new body. Her skin was soft and smooth, her curves accentuated, her breasts full and perky. I'm a woman," she breathed, her voice filled with disbelief. A pair of red stiletto heels materialized at her feet. She slipped them on, feeling a surge of confidence with each step. "These feel amazing," Mark said, giggling. A shimmering red dress appeared, clinging to her curves like a second skin. She twirled, the fabric swirling around her. "I feel beautiful," Mark said, smiling. Her butt grew even bigger, rounder, and more voluptuous, filling out the red dress to its absolute limit. "Oh my God, look at my ass!" Mark exclaimed, laughing. Her breasts swelled further, becoming impossibly large, pushing against the fabric of her dress. "These are getting ridiculous," Mark said, giggling, but she couldn't deny the thrill of it all. Mark winked at her reflection in a nearby window, a mischievous glint in her eyes. "Time to have some fun," she purred, and strutted off into the night, her heels clicking on the pavement. Mark, now going by the name Maria, found herself drawn to the pulsating rhythm of a nearby nightclub. The bass throbbed in her chest, beckoning her closer. Inside, Maria moved with a newfound confidence, her body swaying to the music. Heads turned as she danced, her curves accentuated by the flashing lights. A handsome man approached her, his eyes filled with admiration. "You're stunning," he said, his voice husky. "Want to dance?" Maria smiled, her lips painted a seductive red. "I thought you'd never ask," she purred, taking his hand and leading him back onto the dance floor, ready to embrace her new life.